Well, if you watched my last video from the last newsletter, you know that I'm writing my next book. And this is a space that I'm going to use to share with you the thoughts and ideas. And hopefully, what will happen is I'll inspire you to respond back to me with your thoughts, your questions, your challenges, so that I'm writing a book that matters to you. So, value, relevance, and impact. VRI is the framework that I'm writing about. And it is designed to lead work in what I call the age of humanity, which is the next evolution of the way that our work frames up society. We've had the industrial age revolution. There's been lots of little blippets of things since then: the knowledge worker age, the technology age, but nothing's really stuck because we've really just been talking about the industrial age, which is we are treated more like machines here to produce, and just taken that same concept and talked about the tools that we use to do the work. But the age of humanity, in my view of it, is a fundamentally different way to live and work that taps into the spark of humanity that lives in all of us. Whether we're talking about the nervous system, us being a big ball of energy that needs to be channeled into something that feels good and adds value, whether we're talking about biblical aspects, which is the Holy Spirit that lives within us, which is also energy, whether we're talking about, well, also tied to nervous system, our human motivation. Daniel Pink's book Drive talks about autonomy, mastery, and purpose, which is the key to motivation. And so value as the first step in this VRI means our individual value. And the challenge with the way we've been living and working in the past is that oftentimes our value, the way we perceive our value, is connected to our achievements or our role or our title or something that we've already accomplished. And my view of value is your capability based on who you are uniquely. And so it requires us to know who we are uniquely, what I call authentic confidence. You have confidence in your capabilities because you know who you are before you've gone out to use it in any particular way that's relevant and impactful. So an example from my life is I know that some of the things that that is valuable about me is I have the ability to communicate across a wide range of people and aspects of the business, from the boardroom CEO to the front line of an organization and everything in between. I speak the language of all the different parts of the business based on my upbringing, growing up on a small farm with mostly farm and factory workers as my family, which makes me really understand the frontline worker, to CEO and boardroom based on my decades of experience helping them run better organizations, and also teaching management and leadership courses for a long, long time. So that's a value that I have. Another value that I have is I can take complex ideas and distill them down into simple frameworks and stories. And so those are examples that I know that about me. Now, how I choose to take those gifts and go use them is up to me to go find places that that's relevant to make an impact. And so the distinct difference is your confidence doesn't come from achievements and titles and things that have already happened. Your confidence comes from doing the reflection to know who you are. And it gives us far more autonomy. It gives us freedom. It gives us the ability to then say, where do I want to take my value, my gifts, talents, and abilities, and use them in ways that are relevant and impactful in business? So that gives me the flexibility to say, maybe I want to work as an educator. Maybe I want to go into business. Maybe I want to do something in this industry. Maybe I want to do something in that industry. And so it's a very different look at us and work. Because what happens too often is we got put in a role or chose a role or an industry that once we got in there, we're like, I don't think this is it. But we've attached our worth and our identity so closely to that industry or that position that we have a hard time seeing how we could be valuable anywhere else. And we need to disconnect that and allow ourselves to have more freedom and more creativity and more autonomy to go use our gifts and talents, our value and our capabilities in a multitude of ways throughout our lifetime. So that's just one aspect of many more that are coming your way. So how's that resonating with you? Do you have any examples of your own life? A takeaway from this might be for you to do some reflection and start making a list of what are your unique gifts and talents? What is your value and capability? And then in future videos, we'll talk about how to make that more relevant. But that's what's happening. So the three things in this book that are shaken out around VRI is authentic confidence, like knowing who you are, knowing your capabilities and your value, humble leadership, and seeing business as a human-to-human service first, and then the money-making model supports that. Instead of a money-first system, it's a human-first system. I haven't figured out exactly how I'm going to name that and what that sounds like yet, but trying some different things out. So thanks for being here. Your messages back to me give me life. So if you've got a minute, just hit reply and tell me, yeah, I don't know, I don't get it. Yes, this is amazing. How can I help you? Or start over, it's dumb. I don't care. Just tell me what you're thinking. All right. Love you, mean it.